Hello, this is Steve Childs, founder of the Church of Fairness. The Church of Fairness is within Team Fairness, just like we are in permanently within, eternally within the foundational God. So I agree that, well, Plato said this. I was listening to a video by, it's on the Fifth Kind, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. And this guy's from Australia, and his name is Paul Wallus, and from Copilot AI, I just did a search to find out what AI would say. It says the YouTube channel The Fifth Kind is led by Paul Wallus and Anthony Barrett. They are known for creating thought-provoking content on topics like ancient civilizations, UFOs, spirituality, and human origins. So, first of all, I might want to say how I think humans evolved. So this is where I see the Anunnaki, that Sitchin wrote books about the Anunnaki. And he had the idea that there's a planet beyond Neptune, Nebu or something, where these Anunnaki rulers are at, and they are here, and they had created the humans to mine gold for them. It's not a creation thing, it's like a management thing. They manage the humans. Now maybe there's extraterrestrials that to some degree manage the evolution of human beings so that we became the modern human that we are now, through them managing which offspring would survive, so that it was all natural selection, biological evolution. So there's no gene within us of alien origin. Does that make sense? So see, this is matching up more with science. So the Church of Fairness is the first religion that's based on scientific evidence. Paul Wallus has got a great deal of evidence. He's arguing that these beings in the Bible, they're not God, they're Anunnaki to a high degree. And it goes back to the prior religions, the Sumerians, and Sumer was where the first cultivation of crops took place. So the argument is that these, we'll just keep calling them Anunnaki, they're controlling aliens. So to be fair, I might want to just drop the labels. There's the unfair aliens, and there's the fair, helpful. There's harmful aliens that controlled us and to benefit them. I was given a dream that they got lost, they got trapped. So they had to take control of the humans to solve their problem. I imagine it's like they live through us. We're their body. They don't have a body. They're just consciousness, and they got like stuck in a simulation or whatever. So they had to take control of humans so that they could continue to have a home. It's like they don't have a home. So this is speculation on my part since I was given the dream. So in the dream, they're going to stop controlling us. There's a war against them. There's a war against the harmful aliens. They created our religions to a high degree. They benefit from our wars against each other. It's like they feed on our emotions. It's not them that's in pain, it's us. When you think about this, you might contact something really horrible this possibility of something really dreadful going on. And I did. And so because of my searching and trying to find a solution, I was given dreams from the extraterrestrials that are helpful, that are in the war against the unhelpful ones through us. So it's really quite interesting. So yesterday I was told the Earth won, and it's because I was stumbled across what we need to achieve to get more help. It's like when things are going wrong and you've surrendered to God, to the God that's everything's within, that is everything, it is creation. It didn't have a mind in the first place. And the mind of God emerged from the no mind, and that's where we're at. So humans are part of the mind of God. So are dogs and cats. See what I'm saying? Anything with a mind, anything with consciousness is part of the mind of God. The emergent God that makes choices can intervene from choice. It's conscious, it's aware. So I was told that the Earth won. And I needed some help, like right now, to deal with my difficulty of not wanting to accept my fate of what was happening. And it's not a big deal, but to me it was a big deal at the time. And it's not, I don't know the explanation for that. It's like my past where I was scapegoated, done wrong, it triggered it, something like that. Cell memory, something deep within my psyche. So what happened is my vehicle, my Jeep, is not fixed yet. I'm an Uber driver, so I make my money, part of my money from driving Uber. And so it went into the weekend. And I'm trying to trust what's going on. And I walked back over to see if they did have it just before they closed yesterday, just before 5 o'clock yesterday. And a pickup truck, something heavy, loud, fell out of the back of their truck onto the road as I was almost to the driveway that goes to the repair shop. There's another driveway to like a construction, heating and air conditioning or something. And so I dragged this heavy tool chest off the road, and there's some screws. They're not screws, I mean bolts, small bolts, like, I need light. There. So they were not screws, they were just bolts, so they shouldn't cause flat tires, whatever. So I told the mechanic there, the guy behind the desk, that said he was going to try to get it finished Friday. I said, if you can't do it Friday, I'd rather take it for the weekend. And so they thought they'd have it done, and they had some problems or something, so they didn't have it done. And I'm going through all this paranoid blaming. They're trying to get me thoughts. I struggle with that. And so I had to completely go through all my technique of giving myself to the God of it, that is everything, asking for help. I'm not going to do anyone wrong. I care about everyone. Sorry, please forgive me. So I go through that, and then I mentioned to him that when things go wrong, good will come from it, and he smiled. So he could see I was not going to be adversarial. You know, I can imagine people that are losing money because of a breakdown, they could become difficult to work with because of their pressure that's on them. See, that's where the World Fairness Agreements will help so much, because we won't have that kind of pressure, because we're all going to be helping each other, and it doesn't matter. Things are not a big deal anymore. No worries. So that's one thing that he mentioned in our conversation is like, no worries, don't worry. And so I knew he was spiritual minded because he said that. And he's Mexican, probably, hereditarily. And the reason I bring this up is because all of us count the same, and I'm trying to help everyone. And different tribes have different techniques of being harmful. The harmful quality of the white people is obvious. We've done terrible damage to other tribes, to the world. And there's this dream I had where, like a couple weeks ago, I was really stressed out about getting enough money to survive. And it felt hopeless. And I thought, well, suicide would be better. And having that thought, I went into some dreams where I started getting help. They didn't want me to kill myself. And somebody I know was going to pay off my truck so that I'd be relieved of that much stress. And they said, this is a Mexican that's going to help you. He's joining your team, and he's going to pay off your truck. The next day, this other person that's not Mexican, he's white, he said, I will pay off your truck. How much do you owe? And I told him, well, I just dreamed this last night, but I dreamed you're a Mexican that's helping me. So actually, I'll tell you, this other white guy is my son. It's so strange what's going on with us and with the universe. So they told me the Earth won, and then this morning I'm thinking our universe won, because it's not just the World Fairness Agreement, it's the Universe Fairness Agreement. And so my spirit guide said, this means that this universe will continue, and the other one will cease to exist, not this one. It's kind of like there's part of the fundamental aspect of God that we're within, and we just have to accept how reality is. Universes come into existence and they go out of existence. It's like we have a life and we die. And then what the afterlife is, I don't know. But they assure me that there's an afterlife, the spirit beings that I'm working with. So I'm trying to put two and two together here and figure out, what is this all about? So this toolbox fell out on the road. So I go through this paranoia about, I shouldn't have pulled it off, I'm going to get sued. Here again, this is why we need the World Fairness Agreement. I was listening to this video on the fifth kind, and Paul Wallus is explaining how Sumerian was one of the first written down languages. There might have been an earlier one in India. Anyway, it's cuneiform. They use like the wedge thing on the clay. It's like what the cylinders of Cyrus were written this way. And that was, our government was copied on this systematic cylinder that explained the procedure of Cyrus the Great's empire, how they all have the same rules. And they freed a lot of people from slavery. Anyway, it was the Amazon women that killed him. Apparently, he was a male chauvinist. So, It was his karma that he got killed by the Amazon women. This happened in Iran. Sumer was in Iraq. And they're explaining how the Magna Carta was an early book of laws this was from Rachel Maddow, I think, or one of my, on a YouTube, I was listening to a YouTube video. So our Constitution and our book of laws, they're like monstrous books of laws. They're based on this rule from the elites who wrote the laws. That's the Anunnaki. They're like rather than them being other species of alien amongst us, it's not like that. They're regular humans, but they are like the bourgeoisie or the oligarchs. And so it's the elite people in power that write the laws that put the other people as wage slaves to mine the gold. So this matches up with Sitchin's idea that they put humans under their control to mine gold. So, here again, that's very symbolic. That could be a metaphor. So it matches up with my dream that they got the Anunnaki type, the aliens that are putting us under their control. They were lost, they were trapped, and so they were forced into controlling us to continue, and they become more and more corrupt because of having control over us. So then there's an intervention from another type of alien that's giving me dreams about the future. So I hope there's a lot of you that know what I'm talking about here. I had a dream last night, and there was a section of a banana, the inside, the two ends were removed from the banana, and I hear them say, "Be careful." Like, I'm worried about getting sick from viruses or bacteria. And I have a weakened immune system because, see, there's the medical symbol on my bracelet. I have had a pituitary tumor removed, so my immune system is compromised. I don't feel well. It's like very difficult for me to make this video today. I don't know why. I guess I need to take some more medicine. I have a natural remedy that is like miraculous. It's psilocybin, mushrooms. And it's part of the Church of Fairness. And I'm also in a local religion in Salt Lake, the Divine Assembly. We have a state law in Utah, State Law 200, that protects us. We have the right to practice religion. And so this is our religion. And it's like a wonder drug for me. And I can, if I'm stressed out and I can't sleep, I can take the standard microdose. It's a very small amount. I barely feel it. But I go into a deep sleep, easily. Very deep, restful sleep. It's like clockwork. It happens every time. And there's no side effects. This is totally natural. It's, I think, I don't know if we should call it a toxin, but it's like it's a chemical that interferes with our natural brain activity. It's like a mock serotonin effect. So, but the thing of it is humans have evolved with this stuff in their diet. There's the stoned ape theory from Terence McKenna that humans would not have survived without them having the psilocybin mushroom as part of their diet. So it became like a a religious ritual at times, and it makes people easier to get along with. There's like an after effect it's like it reboots your brain. I'm talking more like a trip dose that is different. The microdose, you don't feel anything, but it has a major effect, even though you're not feeling maybe very slight relaxation or something. The stress goes away, so you're easier to get along with. It's I naturally don't want to do it, so it's like it's not addictive because we have this sense to not do it. I don't want to do that, but then I think, well, it's so helpful, so I will do it. I will do it again. So I microdose. I don't microdose every day. Maybe 4 times a week, perhaps. And I've tripped since I started this religion. I've tripped probably 5 times. And when I trip, I'm extremely precognitive. So that's what I was talking about. So the banana section and the voice, be careful. I walked over to the store because I don't have my Jeep, and I bought some bananas, and they had like a stain on the outside. And I'm thinking, it's not really an issue, it's no problem, and I'm paranoid about getting sick. So I realized this is about the banana dream I had last night. So, I had washed the outside of the banana under the sink, dried it with paper towel, and I'm careful about getting germs. A long time ago, I heard there's like some bacteria that's coming in on the bananas and people are getting sick. I heard that years ago. I don't know if there's any truth to it. Heads up, maybe this is precognition, what I'm talking about right now. They can guide us away from danger through precognition. This is what the visionary people, their function is in society. The bipolar disorder, it goes back for, millennia, and there's a hypothesis that this was part of the guidance system for the tribe of early humans, was to have people that were seeing the future. It's in the Bible. They're called prophets or seers. And then you have this unfair ruler type wannabe God. They claim they're the God that created us. And the Gnostic said, you're a laughingstock because you're not the God that created us. His mother shows up to Yahweh, Jehovah, and says, the Father's above you. So they replaced Jehovah with the Father God that became the God of Christianity. But the early Gnostics did not want to be part of the Old Testament. The Old Testament went out, which led to the creation of the Quran. It wouldn't have had to been written if we would have solved this problem of these unfair deities, the controllers, the mean, the evil controllers, and went with the good, kind, benevolent type of extraterrestrial, close encounter of the fifth kind stuff. We would be in heaven on earth right now. But it didn't happen. So everything's for a reason. That's the best way to look at it. And we can ask God for help, and God will either take care of the problem himself, so you don't even know about it. The problem's just solved. Like, I need money, money shows up. Or God empowers us to get the money. So to be empowered, we might have to learn something. God might want us to learn something to get the power to solve our problem. Because we're powerless on some things. We don't have any control over the outside world. So we have to learn something so that we do. So what this is all leading up to is that I had this strong intuitive sense that what we need to empower us to solve our difficulty is unity. And that's what the World Fairness Agreement is about. It's working. So this morning I was hearing from the controller spirits that torment me. I'm bipolar. I hear, it's not sound, I hear voices, telepathic thoughts. And they torment me. And they said, they was telling one of the other ones, stop attacking him. He has the power to kill us. Whoa! That's the answer to my dream. I needed power to stop them from doing me wrong. Stay tuned. I don't kill anyone. God kills people. God, we all have a covenant with death. You know what I mean? So they're blaming me for stuff that's God's doing. Like I didn't pull the toolbox out of the back of that pickup. God did that. And I'm thinking maybe God wanted me to leave it in the road to stop all the cars. I'm thinking, why did I even drag it out of the way? Those are the people that are attacking me. You know what I mean? But today, those are the people that are helping me. So there's this change they sense too. So it's by me changing that they changed. So be the change that you want to see in the world. Thank you.